In a world where glitz and glamour often overshadow substance, Nandini Gupta's rise to fame as Femina Miss India World 2023 stands out for its authenticity and quiet strength. At just 19, this young woman from Kota, Rajasthan, broke stereotypes with her calm yet determined spirit. Her journey to the crown is not one marked by loud proclamations or grand gestures, but by resilience, dedication, and a strong sense of purpose. Nandini's story began in the small yet bustling town of Kota, famous for its coaching centres and competitive atmosphere. But her dream was not just about academics or local achievements. From a young age, Nandini harboured a vision far greater than herself: to wear the Miss India crown. The path was anything but easy, filled with challenges, doubts, and personal growth. Yet through it all, her resolve never wavered. What makes Nandini's journey truly inspiring is not just the achievement itself, but how she reached there. In a society that often questions the relevance of pageantry, she redefined what it means to be a beauty queen. She used her platform to talk about real issues, from women's empowerment to the revival of traditional crafts like Kota Doria, and aimed to bridge the gap between rural artistry and modern recognition. Her story is about more than glitz and glamour. It's about courage, determination, and a heart that beats for the community she represents. As we delve into Nandini Gupta's life and her rise to the Miss India crown, we will uncover the essence of a woman who, against all odds, chose to let her actions speak louder than words. Nandini Gupta was born in 2003 in Kota, a city best known for its rigorous educational environment. Growing up in a modest household, she learned early on the values of hard work and perseverance. Her father, Sumit Gupta, is a farmer and entrepreneur, while her mother, Rekha Gupta, dedicated her life to the family. Nandini also has a younger sister, Ananya, who shares a close bond with her. Nandini's childhood was filled with simple joys and dreams that seemed almost too big for her surroundings. The conservative setting often made it challenging for girls to think beyond traditional roles. However, Nandini's parents encouraged her to dream big and never settle for anything less than her potential. She attended St. Paul's Senior Secondary School in Kota, where she first discovered her passion for public speaking and event management. Whether it was a school debate or a cultural event, Nandini always found herself drawn to the stage. But despite her natural charm and confidence, Nandini had to face a common challenge: language. Coming from a predominantly Hindi-speaking background, mastering English became a priority as she aimed for the national stage. Her journey to fluency wasn't easy, but she worked tirelessly to improve her skills. This determination would later prove vital in the world of pageantry, where communication often makes all the difference. Nandini's early life was not just about school and family. It was about nurturing her dream in a city that often seemed too small to contain her aspirations. Yet, she remained grounded, never losing sight of her roots or the values that shaped her. This balance between ambition and humility would become one of her greatest strengths. Nandini's dream to become Miss India did not spring up overnight. It was a vision that took shape when she was just 10 years old. One evening, while watching the crowning of Priyanka Chopra as Miss World 2000 on television, Nandini found herself captivated. Priyanka's confident presence and poise made a lasting impression, and that was the moment Nandini decided she wanted to walk the same path. For Nandini, it wasn't just about the crown. She admired how beauty queens like Priyanka used their fame to drive social change and break stereotypes. This realization inspired her to pursue not just beauty, but a purpose-driven life. As Nandini grew older, she looked up to role models who seamlessly blended glamour with meaningful impact. Ratan Tata, known for his business acumen and philanthropy, also became a source of inspiration. His commitment to social causes and ethical leadership influenced Nandini's vision of how she wanted to use her platform. Throughout her teenage years, Nandini remained focused. She would practice speaking in front of a mirror, perfect her posture, and read books to broaden her perspective. Her school life balanced academics with extracurriculars, where she often took on leadership roles. Whether it was organising cultural programmes or volunteering for community initiatives, Nandini's desire to make a difference was clear. Her parents, noticing her dedication, supported her ambitions despite the uncertainties of the pageant world. They encouraged her to pursue higher education alongside her dreams, knowing that a well-rounded personality would be her greatest asset. When Nandini moved to Mumbai to study business management at Lala Lajpat Rai College, it wasn't just for academics. It was a step closer to her dream, immersing herself in a diverse environment that prepared her for the world stage. Nandini Gupta's path to the Femina Miss India 2023 crown began with a leap of faith. After years of preparation, she decided to test her skills in the world of pageantry by competing in Miss Rajasthan 2023. It was her first major competition, and she won the title, earning her a direct entry into the national competition. This victory gave her a taste of the competitive world she was about to enter. The Femina Miss India 2023 pageant was held in Imphal, Manipur, bringing together 30 contestants from across the country. Each participant was a powerhouse of talent, charm, and intelligence, making the competition fierce. But Nandini stood out, not because of flamboyance, but because of her quiet confidence. Her speeches were clear, her poise unmatched, and her commitment to social causes shone through every interaction. As part of her preparations, Nandini focused on honing various skills, from ramp walking to interview techniques. She participated in grooming sessions led by experts, where she learned the importance of self-presentation and mental composure. Beyond the glitz, she built strong friendships with other contestants, knowing that a true queen uplifts others instead of competing against them. But the competition was not without its pressure. There were moments of doubt, especially during the question and answer rounds, where every word mattered. Nandini knew that she could not afford to be superficial. She had to speak from the heart, and that authenticity became her greatest asset. When the final night arrived, Nandini's calm demeanour and articulate answers won over the judges. As the crown was placed on her head, it was more than a victory. It was a validation of her journey, her perseverance, and her belief that authenticity would always shine through. Winning the Miss India title wasn't just a personal achievement for Nandini Gupta, it was a platform for change. One of the causes closest to her heart is the revival of Kota, a traditional hand-woven fabric from her hometown. Known for its delicate, translucent weave, Kota has a rich history, but in recent years, it has struggled to compete with mass-produced fabrics. The artisans who create these masterpieces, most of whom are women, often earn very little for their intricate work. Nandini saw an opportunity to use her platform to bring national and even international attention to this traditional art form. She began speaking about the struggles of the artisans, emphasizing how their skill deserves recognition and fair compensation. For Nandini, this was more than a cultural cause. It was a way to empower women who were trapped in a cycle of low wages and limited opportunities. But her advocacy didn't stop at awareness. Nandini aimed to create a bridge between these traditional weavers and modern markets, promoting Kota at fashion shows and encouraging designers to use it in their collections. She believed that preserving such crafts was not only about honouring heritage, but also about providing sustainable livelihoods to those who create them. Beyond textiles, Nandini also spoke about women's empowerment in a broader sense. She used her voice to encourage young girls to dream big, reminding them that their backgrounds or language skills should never be a barrier to success. Her advocacy was not limited to grand speeches. It was reflected in her actions as she visited artisan communities, listened to their stories and explored practical ways to support them. Nandini Gupta, the reigning Femina Miss India World 2023, is all set to represent India at the 72nd Miss World pageant, which will take place in May this year at the High-Tech's Exhibition Centre in Hyderabad, Telangana. As she steps onto the global stage, Nandini carries with her the dreams, hopes, and pride of an entire nation. But for her, this journey is about much more than a crown. It is about making a difference. With her calm confidence, compassionate heart, and unwavering commitment to social change, Nandini Gupta is not just competing for a title. She is standing as a proud ambassador of India, determined to show the world that true beauty is defined by purpose. And that's the incredible story of Nandini Gupta, a young woman from Kota who transformed her dreams into a reality and now stands ready to represent India on the global stage at Miss World 2025. But now we want to hear from you. Do you think Nandini has what it takes to bring the Miss World crown back to India? What part of her journey inspired you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more stories like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with others. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.